Okay, this is my big trip of the year. I'll be crossing through 4 passes and total about 25 miles for 4 nights. All right, we're gonna do it. Here it's the end of September, and lucky for me, there's no weather coming my way. Just a little more to Trail Pass. I can see the blue on the horizon, and not straight up. Nice, all these trees in here. And I think this late in the season there might be some water shortages here and there. And here we are on the Pacific Crest Trail, and not so easy to get to here in the eastern Sierras, at least from Bishop. That's a nice spring right here. We're not to the top of the canyon and meadow. We're on top of it. And this is what I'll do. I'll make my way to a spot, and if there's no water up there, I'll just hike back and get some. just gonna look for a camp spot. It's close to the water I just passed, and there might be some down here. Here's my spot, just right here out in the open. Gonna get as much sun as possible this evening, and we're set for early sun. It's great, and I'm pretty bushed. It was about 4 miles. Not too strenuous. Just feeling it, I guess. Got some tea. I think it's cranberry apple. Oh my word, that is just hitting the spot. That is like a hot piece of fruit almost. Fabulous. Okay, so gonna get a quick inventory as I drink that delicious tea. I cooked my dinner also, and I'm using the Pocket Rocket Vargo, carrying 2 full fuel bottles. So the inventory, the clothing layers, we just have 3 layers here. They're all synthetic. This is new. I'm so psyched. It's so comfy, and it's just real thin, real super thin. And this is thicker, more of a cold weather army garment from 30 years ago. Just the zip-off pants. These are kind of the thickest that I run. They're North Face spandex. I've got 2 pairs of thick socks, the army boots, thin socks, polypropylene gloves. I've got a rain jacket and rain pants, which I wore leaving home this morning. I have 2 knee braces. Yes, I need those. Food is just almost a full bear can full. 4 dinners, and everything else is snack based. I've got dehydrated tomatoes and peppers in my dinner. 1 more layer of clothing here, a thicker nighttime garment. Pants to stay warm. It'll be in the mid to low 30s, maybe warmer in the tent. We've got a big Agnes here, Spike Lake, rated at 15 degrees. It seems to be doing better as it's getting used. I've got the Golden Bear bivvy, and I think it does a better job of keeping the heat in of all the 3 small tents I have. And the low alpine backpack here. I think that's about it. It's been a very peaceful, quiet setting here. Packing up slowly. Maybe 5 miles today. It's always a little exciting to know that you're gonna crest just a small ridge or whatever and see a little bit more on the other side. This was my water stop, pretty sure. I don't see any sign of water. So one more small chance over here, and then I'll have to wait until I drop down into the meadow. I guess my worries are over. This tiny little bit. That's all I need. This is Cottonwood Pass right here. And we're gonna start going down this way. We've been switching down to Big Whitney Meadows, and I've realized it's putting more mileage on my estimates. I don't have exact mileage on these trail points. Okay, I'm down here in the meadow basin. Now I'm heading across the meadow this way. There's a chance that the Golden Trout Creek is flowing, but I'm gonna need to find water for camp. This one's dry. There's some mud and some standing water if I had to, but I don't have to right now. Very shortly, we'll see if Golden Trout Creek has water. Okay, Golden Trout Creek comes from this way. I'm heading this way, I'm pretty sure. The other thing is back in the corner of this meadow. There's some shrubbery indicating water. I might have to say it's better than nothing. And I'm eyeballing that knoll right over there for a camp spot. My intention was to camp down here somewhere. I think that's the plan. And should he get this water now? Might make sense, instead of having to walk back out here again. So there is water flowing, and we're calling this Golden Trout Creek. I think I've got my camp spot. And so what we have is a breeze coming off of the flats here, right straight this way. I'm looking at this log, which is pretty massive, to get down out of the wind, because if it keeps up tonight, it's going to be cold. I'll want this if that wind continues. Now the other cool thing is, if I put it here, I've got the block, I've got a chair to sit on. The sun is going to edge beyond this branch, and it's gonna warm this spot up for a couple hours. And in the morning, just over these trees right here, we'll get the morning sun. So I think I've got a good zone here. It's a bit protected too from animals. I mean, you got to think about an animal at night. He's going to pick the path of least resistance. He's not going to climb over this log. He's going to go this way. You know, he might just come from here, through here, down to the water. I'll be there. Okay, it's my zone. It's a good zone. Here we've got some mint tea. Oh, Oh, that's nice. Here's something ugly to have to deal with. That's the blister that destroyed this leg about 2 months ago. It partially healed, then it fell off, and then it came back on another trip, partially healed, and now it's coming off. It didn't hurt yet today. It might be tender underneath. I have tons of moleskin in case the worst happens. You know, 2 more nights, and I'm just gonna kind of take it easy with this leg and the blister. Condensation froze. Got a little chilly. Yes, it was chilly last night with freezing condensation. My water was frozen. I was thirsty too. This Big Agnes Spike Lake bag, I'd say is good down to freezing. Okay, been just warming up nicely here. I guess it's been part of the plan to have lazy mornings, not strenuous. For instance, today is 5 miles, 1,000 feet up, and the concern will be water. So I've taken extra care with that blister. I cut a piece of moleskin. It's on the inside of my sock. And lastly, there was an owl over here in these trees twice. I'm thinking he was giving me some motivation to be the Cascade Trekker. Sure wish I would have found this last night. It's just on the other side of the meadow. Okay, this water is just fantastic. And I took like 15 minutes. I had dirty dishes. And I cleaned my socks and underwear. They're gonna be drying on the back of my pack. And I've got over 1.5 liters of fresh cold water for the climb. So this is the cutoff trail, and I hope I can follow it. It doesn't look like it gets used much. Yeah, here we go. And this is where I probably would have come around looking for this. And there's no water here. As I almost expected, this is all washed. It's all rain wash, and this trail is hit or miss. Now I can sort of see here, this was cut Now I'm either lost or on the trail. I saw one cairn back there, and hey, this is all just a completely washed out area. I'm just gonna keep going up. I think I'll have a view of something up here. So here I am. It's kind of a butte here with a taller butte here. I can see the pass that I want to get through, right through the trees here. Now what I think is that the trail is somewhere between me and the bottom of this draw. So that's what I'm gonna go look for. And I guess what we're looking for are cut logs, piled boulders on the sides of the trail, or even cairns. This is something that you look for here. And my guess is we might be looking at the trail this way. I think I've got a trail. I was about to give up. Let's just hope we can keep it. This is what you need to look for too. Slashes in the trees. You see, this path was made once, and the boulders are pushed out of the way. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it's a lot easier now. I'm almost to the pass, Siberian Pass, and difficult. I thought it was a lot closer, and I probably miscalculated the elevation gain. Anyway, still on the trail, and that's good. It added some excitement to this adventure. Looks dry up here, and I think I'm going in this direction, hopefully with water. think that's my zone back there. I hear water. I'm almost out. I don't know how close I am to the trail that it's going to take me over tomorrow. New Army Pass. I'm looking at some places for good morning sun. Probably here. Quite a nice place here. Creek is down here. Fabulous view. Just chilling with my tea. I made almost a full pot of tea tonight. Was badly dehydrated. Still am. Alright, time to get dinner going. Here it is, morning. Another quiet, peaceful night. I heard some noises in the forest over here. Had a tough day yesterday. Coming up that pass, dehydrated, undernourished, with little appetite, and it really hit me hard towards the top there. And it made me really think about this next bit, which is not much in my, compared to my diary book of, you know, trails and hikes and stuff. It's a 1,600-foot climb through New Army Pass. I'm going to take a lot of water, and I'm just going to take my time and force feed myself. I had to sort of force feed myself this morning. This is real nice in here, starting the climb up to New Army Pass. And the motivation is really picking up. I'm feeling a bit better. I just chugged a bunch of water. I've got over 2 liters to get through the pass. I'm just going slow. This is a fabulous scene here. Let's take the lens off. Okay. Still going. Man. Whole lot better though than yesterday. Just taking my time, hydrating, resting, and eating. And I'm almost there. So I made my way down from the pass up here, and I'm down in the lake chain, and the lake that I wanted to get to, the bottom one, the big one, well, there's people fishing down there. I'm not keen on that. And I did see a golden trout in the last lake. I couldn't get a good image of it. So what I think is this is the spot. Pity that the sun is going to go down just over this peak. There's a drainage from this bit of a lake here flowing, and that's where I'll get my water. It's a great day. I'm glad I did it. That was the highlight of the summer, that pass crossing. This is my zone. There's a small lake behind me, and just on the other side is, I think, an osprey, but I'm not sure. It's a little smaller, and it's been squeaking. It doesn't like me being here. Packing up my camp. It was a cold night. It was a long night. Frosty, condensation. The sunrise was pretty amazing here. This back wall here was lit up before the sun even hit it, which was nice. And had some ducks land here, and as I was watching them, I saw this big bird fly over, and it had a small fish in its talons. And the bird was white, not all white, with some light brown tan patches. You just have to have your camera pointing at it, ready to go to catch it. This is a crazy rustic trail. There's just a bunch of flattened places, and I'm trying to follow the footprints. I really don't want to lose this. This trail is way cool. I'd love to come back and camp right here. I wish I would have known this was here. This is beautiful. Beautiful rock wall back here. I was on top of that last night. This is the South Fork of Cottonwood Creek. And one thing I forgot to say as I was falling asleep last night at the small lake, there came like this drifting down of like ionized air, like the scent that you get before a storm comes. And I think it was because of the lakes up there, and maybe the night was pressing it down and pushing it down towards me or something. But I've never experienced that before. For hours, it was exhilarating to breathe in that sort of ionized air. If it is ionized, I don't know. Here's something you come across up in the mountains sometimes. Somebody's birthday or I love you balloons got away. Probably from a big city on the west coast. I'm back. I made it. The motorcycle started right up. It's great. It was out here 4 nights in the cold, so it was a good trip.